explain like why you got into the Corolla? What makes you enjoy driving it and shit like that?
Well, I got into Corollas because my dad and me, well, when I was younger, we used to play Need for Speed Underground 2 on like the original Xbox. I was always super curious about this car in that game, which was in there, and it was like the USDM version as well, actually, with the big shelf type bumpers and like just looking all weird. And I was always curious why this old boxy car was in the game, so I'd always drive it, and we had a lot of fun in that game. And then as I got older, I actually forgot about it for a really long time until I started getting into cars. And when I started getting into cars, I was into like BMWs and stuff like that, and my dad ended up buying me my first ever car. Thank you, Dad. And it was a AE82 Corolla. And then that's what kind of re-sparked my interest in the AE86, because I was like, AE82, this car kind of looks like that car I used to play in that game back in the day. And then so I looked into it, and sure enough, the AE82 is like the front wheel drive sedan, like economy type car. And I learned more about the 86 as I looked at it on like Wikipedia and the internet and stuff, and I started playing Need for Speed again. I ended up selling that car, and I just searched and searched for one of these 86s, and I always was interested in the USDM one because that's all I only really knew, you know? So I finally ended up getting one, and at the time I got it, then I started looking more into them actually, and learned that there's a crazy following for them, and they were from Japan and all this stuff. Then I learned about Initial D and the crazy fan following behind that, and at that point I was already super stoked on the cars. So now, and every time somebody asks me if, oh, do you know about Initial D? I'm like, well, yeah, I do know about it, but it's not the reason why I'm into Corollas. It's the Need for Speed Underground 2 racer lifestyle that sparked my interest. So thank you to my dad for kind of loving cars and getting me into cars, and thank you Need for Speed for putting that car in the game. I guess I should also mention that part of the reason I am in love with Corollas is obviously the fact that they're so fun to drive. The weight distribution honestly feels amazing, and with a 16 valve, it's endless amounts of fun. Even though it's slow in a straight line, you can drive them fast, and that's why I love it. And it's just, yeah, it's so exciting. And plus, they're really snappy, so you do get a sense like you're gonna die at points when you're pushing the car, but that's life, right? So yeah, that's why I'm into 86s, and it's honestly my favorite car in the world. There's like newer and better cars out there that I could get, but I stick to this, and it's treating me well so far. It's fun. I meet a lot of cool people like you guys. Is that good, do you think?
Yeah.
Cool. What's up? Yeah, so my name's Mason. You might already know me from previous videos. Well, I'm a More Skids graphic designer, and I print their clothing and their stickers and take care of all of their graphical needs. And it's pretty fun. And then my brand is After Hours Supply Co. And that's pretty fun. That's what you see all my friends around. We kind of like hang out as a squad. But for you guys, I do all of the above as well. Yeah, yeah, so this is my 1986 Toyota. What the hell are you guys doing? Yeah, so let's talk about this thing. Yeah. This is my 1986 Toyota Corolla, and it started out as a spider-infested rust bucket. Show the people. It was pretty bad. So when I first got the car, it sat under a tree for like 2 years, and was just, it was pretty rusty on the body, but it only had 129,000 kilometers, so whatever that converts into miles.
Like
so
less than 100,000.
Yeah, so I knew I had to buy it, and it was a pretty good deal, so I did. And that's a whole different story, getting that thing home. But basically, in cut things short, it had a welded diff and no windshield wipers, no headlights. It was gutted.
You had never driven a standard?
Never driven a standard in my life. And then it also didn't have heat and it was just sketchy. The alignment was bad, and I drove it from Victoria all the way back to Kelowna, like a pretty long ass drive, and in the snow. So it was pretty rowdy. But now it's here today, and there's a lot of work done to it. I guess, yeah, now it has 137,000 kilometers on it. I'm sitting on some SSR wheels, 14x7, soon to be changed. I was trying to get them on before you guys came, but... And then in the rear, yeah, it's SSR Mark 1, 14x7 +2 offset, I'm pretty sure. I'm running all the USDM bumpers still. I haven't switched it over to the JDM bumpers, and I'm not going to. I'm gonna keep it this way. Yeah, honestly, it's a USDM car, so I'm trying to keep that flavor alive, you know? Even while having all these Japanese parts, I still respect the fact that it's left-hand drive. But yeah, the car's wrapped anthracite gray by 3M, metallic. I wrapped it myself like 4 years ago, and it's still holding up pretty good. I do want to change the color, but at the same time, everybody knows the car for what it is today, so I'm kind of hesitant to change it, but I think in time I'm still going to, just to keep things fresh for myself. Yeah, I would like to do red line taillights, but I've just got the classic black line taillights. Yeah, so the Karen Futo decals are from Grand Theft Auto 5, obviously from the Karen Futo, and I thought it would be cool to do it, so I did it, and then I realized that it's not a coupe, which that's okay, because if it was real life and there was such thing as a Karen Futo, there would still be a hatch, right? So I did it, but then OG Buster did it. Shout out to you doing that on your coupe. So now I'm gonna take mine off and put the original decals back on. But if anybody actually wants these decals, I do have the file, and I will give it to you, because I'm, like I said, taking it off my car, and I share the design around. But yeah, all the stickers on the car are either my friend's stickers or my own stickers that I make through After Hours, so that's kind of cool. I've been like taking them off and putting new ones on all the time. And then I guess we got these Californian mirrors, and they're not mounted properly, but that's okay. That's kind of it for the exterior of the car. Oh, I guess we just did the exhaust. That's sort of an exterior thing. We just installed a new HKS high power exhaust. It was hanging super low, so if you have a HKS high power exhaust, make sure you take off your heat shields before you put it on if you run your 8.6 really low, because that thing's gonna hit the ground and throw sparks everywhere. So we did that, and then just this morning I hammered out the heat shields, and it's not scraping yet. The stripes are kind of self-explanatory. They're TRD inspired stripes. They're not the same as the TRD stripes, but I like them. Now I guess for the interior of the car. So we got a JIC Magic seat. It was new old stock. I actually have 2 of them. I was gonna put the second one in here, but I kind of thought the shoulder bolsters would be really close together and I wouldn't really look good in it. I like it with just one. Yeah, and then we got some Garage Moon power floor mats with a Model AD Sport steering wheel, which I'm pretty sure is a branch of ATC with a Tom's horn button that works. And then the hub adapter is actually a personal hub adapter I imported from Japan, because I didn't want to run a quick release, but I wanted it to be spaced off far enough for my short little arms to reach, you know. And then the seat is actually bolted to the OEM rails, so I can slide it back and forth, because I'm small and, you know, like, but it's sturdy, so that's good. Then we got this cute little Frankenstein troll right here. It might be rare, I don't know, but I thought it looked good. So my phone charger, got a Trust shift knob. I spent way too long trying to get this. Got a wink mirror. For those of you who don't know wink mirrors, people do them for looks because they think they're really sick, and they are, I guess. They can be sick, but they actually really help with blind spots. So when you're running in the hills and like going for jogs, you know, and you see your car. But they actually help. You can look up and you can see all your blind spots and around the car, and it honestly helps me, so that's why I have it. Yeah, and then we got that cool lantern back there. That was given to me by my good friend Makoto. He lives in Japan, and he brought that back for me. Same with that mask that you might have seen me wearing in one of those videos. And got a little skull back here. That's a after hours Tim Hortons inspired cup holder. I don't ever put coffee in there because it'd spill everywhere, but I do put unopened bottles of Picari Sweat, and it fits. The short bottle though. I should probably get out of the car to look in the trunk. Okay, so I guess this is onto the performance type mods, but this rear strut brace is a revolver strut brace. I imported it from Japan from this 86 that was being parted out. I got a few cool old parts from it. So it's super strong, but what's cool about it is you don't weld it. It's got metal that comes down here. You can't see it, but it goes down here and sits against the strut tower, and it just bolts on with your strut, and it's super snug fitting. And I hacked my plastic apart, and I feel pretty sad about it, but at the same time I'm never selling this car, so it's makes me happy. And then I have a lightweight flywheel and clutch in the car. Not installed, soon to be. TRD clutch, and then a Toda lightweight flywheel and rotors that don't work. Yeah, let's pop the hood and talk about some other stuff. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna point out is the fact that my rad support is all unsafe and stuff. As you can see, it's super flexy. I bought the car like that. I do have a full new rad support upper and lower that I'm gonna put in the car. I just haven't had time to do it yet. But yeah, gonna fix that. We got a Tom's rad cap, Samco hoses that touch my intake so it breathes in hot air. Got a carbang front strut brace. Good battery tie down. Maybe don't show them that. No. Yeah, so that's pretty much for the engine. Just a stock 16 valve 4A GE with a 130 whatever thousand K on it. Edelbrock USDM intake right there. Nice. Chillin', you know. Anything else under here? Techno-Toy tuning camber plates, obviously on both sides. And then I'm running TRD struts in the front with Techno-Toy tuning weld-on coilover kit. So the TRD strut in there, the Techno-Toy tuning weld-on coils. And then I'm running Techno-Toy tuning lower RCAs, stainless braided brake lines. Got TRD rear springs and Tokiko blue rear struts with a T3 panhard bar or lateral rod. Yeah, no, just T3 springs, Tokikos, lateral rod, that good stuff. We got Techno-Toy tuning front lower control arms, extended LCAs from yours truly, more Skids. Not yours truly.
Beauty.
Honestly, I'm just in love with the car. Oh, I should have said crack-free dash, man.
Say it.
And then I guess I'm kind of proud that it has a crack-free dash and it's a blue dash. I don't know if that's rare or if everybody has it, but crack-free dash in this car and in my red car as well.
Yeah, we should mention he also has a SR5.
Yeah, I have an automatic SR5 that's red, automatic. Yeah, automatic. Automatic.
So for tonight, that's probably going to be it for this video. But tomorrow, let Mason drive us around, and Mason's going to let us drive it around.
Most definitely.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But like he said earlier, we're going to have to take it easy because
the diff is fresh.
Yeah, the new diff in there.
Gotta break it in. Always do that. Because you don't want it prematurely failing, or I honestly don't entirely know what happens if you don't break in your diff perfectly well, but
we're just going to drive around, and I'll also get some rollers of it. Should be fun, and we'll be able to just experience the car a little more. All right, so yeah, we'll finish up this video tomorrow when we get to drive it. All right, so we just got some spicy ass wings at this place in Kelowna.
Doc Willoughby's.
Doc Willoughby's, yeah, they were super good. We're on our way back to the house now. We just filmed some rollers and stuff near the water here. And Mason's got these wheels in the back that we're gonna test fit on his Corolla. So the wheels that are on there right now are not gonna be on there for much longer, but
yeah, the new wheels are actually Riverside R106s. They're 13x7, 0 offset as listed. I'm not entirely sure if that's true or not, but we will see. But yeah, it's got some new tires, 175 60 13s, so like a pretty cool tire size for 13-inch rims. If you can find them, I'd recommend it. It might put your speedo out a bit, but it looks good.
Okay, we're back at Mason's place and we got the wheels ready to test fit on here.
Unfortunately, I can't run them yet because the paint's not done and I got some work to do, but we're at least gonna try to put one on the front and see where they fit, see how they fit.
Also, this is Mason's dad's TTRS, Audi TTRS, 2018.
Yeah, so fronts right now are 14 by 7, 0 offset apparently, or I don't know, I think 0. And then the ones I'm about to put on are 13 by 7, also 0 offset according to the auction sheet, but I actually don't know. They seem like they're more, but maybe that's just because they're 13. So we're gonna test fit them on and see if they fit with this spacer. Alrighty, size difference. Moment of truth for the spacer, which I don't want to run anyways, but whew, maybe.
Looks good.
Yeah. So for reference, yeah, like look at the rear. This is a 175, 60, 13. It's pretty much the same rolling diameter as those, but more meat. Looks really good.
All right, so that's gonna wrap up the video. We left off basically just Mason talking about his A6 in that parking garage, I'm pretty sure. But I just finished editing everything from that video, so we're just finishing up now. But that's the new wheel. Next time we come up, it'll be
all four
of them. Follow Mason on Instagram. He'll probably post a picture on there when he's got them all on there.
So definitely. Yeah, and it's MASONKOWBEL. That's the Instagram. Or
and then also check out.
Yeah, or After Hours Supply Co. on Instagram. There'll be probably more pictures on there.
Yeah, and also check out their website. Check out some of their shirts and stuff.
Yeah, we got lots of new stuff coming out all the time.
So we'll have that in the description if you want to check it out. And this is gonna be our last video from Canada, unless I post this one after I post Connor's, or before I post Connor's. This video.
Last video in Kelowna. Until next time.
Until next time.
Thanks for watching, guys.